You may remember last night we brought you the story of Sunfield Fortuna home in Mpumalanga. It's a home for the mentally disabled, and about half its 65 residents receive a monthly allowance of 1,984 rand from the state. There's been no increase for 14 years, so last year the home asked for one. Sunfield finally met with the Department of Social Development in the province, where they were told an increase would be considered. But then, just earlier this month, they were visited by the department and told that the subsidised residents were to be moved from the home within 3 months. Now, just before we went to air with that story last night, the Department of Social Development sent out a media release denying this and blaming the home for refusing to sign the agreement that they had offered. Now, the home has refuted this version. Now, AfriForum has stepped in, and I'm joined by Ernst van Zyl, AfriForum Campaign Officer for Strategy and Content. Mr. van Zyl, thank you very much for joining us. Have you been able to establish if these subsidised residents at Sunfield are in fact at risk of being moved really soon?
Well, there's been a lot of claims in the public, Sally, but at the same time, what's happened now is that you have all these statements from the department, but no official confirmation or no official direct communication with the home itself, reassuring them that no, this is false. You guys don't have to worry. The people in your care are not going to be moved or to be forced to move to another location. But we haven't gotten that. So now they can claim whatever they want from the department. As far as our legal team is concerned, and as far as the Sunfield home is aware, the threat still stands. That the threat to the people that they're looking after still stands, and that's why AfriForum is giving them the assistance that they need, so that we can prevent another tragedy happening here that seems to already be in the works from the look of things.
And of course, you're alluding to what happened here in Gauteng in 2016 with Life As A Demoni, when over 1,500 mentally and physically disabled patients were very quickly moved out of Life As A Demoni to places that in many cases were simply not registered, not qualified to look after these patients that really need very specialized care. And tragically, 144 of them died. Are you seeing parallels already?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, I wish I could just say no, there's no parallels, but unfortunately what we're seeing here is the makings of another tragedy like that. And that's why we stepped in as AfriForum on an urgent basis, seeing as many of these patients that are staying at this home have been living there for 30 or more years. So if this is the only home they know, many of them don't even have family members outside of the home that will be able to look after them, even if they were to be forced out of the home by the department. So what will happen to them? That's the big uncertainty that's gripping this home, and the very dedicated people that are working there tirelessly out of their own pocket to provide for these patients that and unfortunately they simply just don't have the funds, and the department doesn't seem to be wanting to give them those funds. And the thing that's the most disturbing, Sally, about this whole thing is that within a 50-kilometer radius of this home, there are other homes for physically and mentally disabled people that are getting more than double the subsidies from the home. So very serious questions that are being raised here. I can't tell you what's going on. We are going to try and figure out what's going on. Why are other homes in the area getting higher subsidies and why is this home not getting that? We are going to get to the truth. We're going to get to the bottom of it, and we will keep the public up to date on what's going on.
Yeah, in fact, that was going to be the next issue I raised, because the home, Sunfield, told me that last night, that this is by no means a set allowance, that they've been getting this amount for 14 years with no increase, and other homes get more. They have, of course, told me that they do get, the only reason they're able to stay open is that they get a lot of private help, thank goodness. Are you going to be fighting for an increase for this home, or are you just trying to stop the removal? What is the game plan?
Well, there's two things. Firstly, the highest priority is to stop this removal and have the department reconsider and review their decision. That is the biggest existential threat currently to these patients that they currently face, the immediate threat. Then secondly, it can't stop there. We're going to have to fight as well for the increase in Sunfield Homes subsidies, for an appropriate subsidy for the care that these patients need and that everyone in the care of this home needs. So that's the second leg of this letter that we sent this week now to the department, is we demand firstly that they reconsider and review their decision to remove or to move these people into uncertainty wherever they may go out of the home, and then secondly also to increase the home subsidies appropriately as they require.
Do you have any clue at this stage what is going on here? Because Sunfield told us that it took them a year before they finally were able to get some sort of response to their initial letter. They go to a meeting, they get shown documents that say the home refused to sign. She said they never refused to sign. It just seems extremely puzzling. Do you have any clue at this stage what exactly is going on?
Well, at this stage, we can only speculate. It's not one of the things we state in the letter, but one of the goals we also have is just to get the truth and to get to the bottom of what's going on here. What I can give the audience now is the fact that when I look at this home and I look at the people that work there, I cannot see that there's no incentive for them to beat around the bush. There's no incentive for them not to give their patients the best care that they deserve. I can't see any scenario where they are in the fault here. I try to imagine where they would be at fault, but that's my impression from the care that they give and the dedication that I've seen and the nature of the work itself. It just doesn't lend to the imagination to think that they are just neglecting to do their homework or that they're doing something dubious here. From what I can see, the fault lies with the department. But all this will come out. We're still waiting for that response from the department. If we don't get that response, we'll take this to the High Court. And if it gets to that, then we will absolutely start getting the details that we need to get some concrete answers on what's going on.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Ernst van Zyl, AfriForum Campaign Officer for Strategy and Content. They are now on the Sunfield home case. They're going to get to the bottom of exactly what is going on. Thanks very much for your time.